Antonio says, "Do you think in order to be good with women, you have to have the ability to tame a brat?" Seems like a lot of this. Okay, bro.
This
I'm
is for
gonna have
you.
so much
This
fun
one's
with
for
this
you.
question.
I don't answer BDSM questions. This is all you. And you have a whole
Yes,
video
this
on
is a
this.
BDSM question. Yes, basically a
No.
BDSM question. And I get why he's asking, because like seems like a lot of the seduction PUA community views it as like a rite of passage. Yeah. Okay, Antonio,
I'm sorry.
I've
I'm
done
gonna
so
grab a
much.
drink while you answer this
Yeah, yeah.
question.
I've done so much content on this, Antonio. You absolutely don't have to do anything you don't want to. So a better question. Here's the actual question that you can ask. I will ask you this question. Sorry. Here's the question you can answer. Do you want to learn how to tame brats? Is that something that seems really fun to you? Would you enjoy that dynamic? Would you like the idea of her being a bit cheeky and then you're like, hey, naughty girl, like, do what daddy says? And she's like, no, why should I? And you're like, because I said so. There'll be punishment. And she's like, oh, like, what is the punishment going to be, daddy? I don't think you have it in you to punish me. And you're like, we'll see, little lady. Like, would that be fun to you? If that's fun to you, then go for it. But if you hear all that and you're like, that sounds like work. I don't really want to do that. I just want to meet the women that are chill and peaceful and they make it very clear that they like me and there's no brattiness whatsoever. In fact, they're just like chill, good girl energy. And we go on a date and I say, I like you. And she says, I like you too. And then we have sex and it's easy and it's fun and it's chill. Like, if that's what you want, then go for that. I know a lot of like the seduction PUA community is built on pride and ego and shaming and guilt. What I mean by that is a lot of, I mean, advice in general, but a lot of seduction and PUA community will shame you or guilt trip you, try and make you feel guilty if you're not doing something that they like to do. So, for instance, if they like to tame brats and if they like to have like objection handling and they like to spend 50 fucking hours working on a woman to win her over, even though she said she had a boyfriend, if they enjoy doing that, a lot of the time they will shame you if you don't enjoy doing that. And they'll say, you're not a real man, you're not doing a good enough job. They will say statements like, you don't have any game, your game sucks, all of that. This is coming from someone who has been told countless times that my game sucks, that I have no game. It's like, yeah, because I'm too busy meeting the women that I don't have to tame, that I don't have to play games with. I'm too busy having my penis inside a vagina to bother playing these games. Again, if you enjoy playing games like that, fucking go for it, man. I want you to do whatever you want. Like, I want you to have fun with whatever you want to have fun with. But if you don't enjoy the brat taming, then don't do it, man. So, a better question, and you're going to hear me ask this a lot in my content and in my coaching and just everything, is what do you want to do? Like, don't worry about what the rest of the PUA community is doing. They're not your fucking dad. I'm not your dad either. So I'll never tell you what to do. The seduction community is not your fucking dad. They're not going to tell you what to do. The only thing that matters is what do you want? So if you enjoy taming brats, hell yeah. I've done, as Cam said, videos on this. You can search my YouTube channel. I've literally done videos on like brat taming and how fun that can be and how that can be a fun little sexy game. But if you don't enjoy that, then don't do it. To answer the question where you said, like, do you think in order to be good with women, you have to do this? Fuck no. You don't have to do anything you want to do. Like, I have met and I have coached and I have worked with and I have friends who've done so many or gone down so many different pathways of how they meet women, like different pathways. You know, like me, I don't walk up to women on the street and hit on them. I haven't done that for fucking years. No, that's not true. I did it like a year ago, but it's not something that I do. The last time I had sex with a woman that I walked up to on the street was like, I don't know, before the COVID shit, just before COVID stuff. So, like, what's that, like 4 years? I haven't had sex with a woman that I walked up to on the street and hit on for 4 years. It's just not what I do. Why? Because Tinder and Hinge is absolutely the easiest, most efficient, and the way that I like it the most way for me to meet women. The majority of women that I meet these days are through Imogens, you know, my girlfriends, Tinder and Hinge. And so that's my pathway. That's what I like to enjoy. You could say, like, oh, you don't have game. You're not going out there talking to women. Yeah, because I don't want to. And then I've met guys that do the opposite. I've coached or we've coached guys that don't go on dating apps at all. They only walk up to women on the street or they only go out to bars and clubs. I had a friend who would literally only meet women at bars at night. I have a friend right now who every woman he has ever slept with has been through dancing. Like, he does dancing, like partner dancing, like salsa and stuff like that. And every woman he's ever had sex with has been through that. So, whatever way that you want to meet women, whatever being good with women means to you, that's up to you to define. A bunch of other people will tell you that you're wrong, or they'll tell you there's a certain way that you have to do this shit. But no, man, at the end of the day, Cam and I are big advocates of you doing whatever you want to do.
That sounded good. I have nothing to add.
I thought you're the BDSM guy. Am I the BDSM guy? Am I?
Someone called. No, I had to delete a comment where someone called you like. Someone said you paid those girls, the ones that picture of you holding the leashes. Someone said you paid them to do that photo shoot in the comments.
I mean, technically, I got them paid because I let them use that on their OnlyFans, and they were both doing an OnlyFans. So, like, technically, they would have made money from that.
They weren't escorts. Is the
Second.
point? No, fucking.
No,
don't know why you're trying
they
to
were
make
little
trying to make that
sweeties.
fucking.
They were the nicest little sweeties. They were both so sweet. They were like little sweeties. One
Yeah.
of them messaged me recently. Actually, we haven't seen them for a couple of years because one of them moved and the other one stopped doing OnlyFans. And she messaged me like a long time later, like after a year, and she's like, "Hey, I was just wanting to know, that I liked you and Emmy, and I had a great time with you both, and she moved back home with her family and blah blah blah." She was a little sweetie.
You haven't
They were
done.
both,
You haven't
like,
done
so
it.
sweet.
You haven't done a ton of content about your period of dating OnlyFans chicks with Emmy. Like, and you know what I mean. You haven't really like done too much about that.
Because I'm hesitant to talk about it on YouTube because I don't know where the line is of what. Like, I know you can't just link to someone's OnlyFans on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know what the
But you
line
talking
is.
to
I've
Georgie
written
was
about
like
it.
talking to Georgie was like fairly over the line. Do you know what I mean? In the same way, you talk to a
I'm not
prostitute.
always sure what
I'm
the
interviewing a
boundary is.
prostitute. So like, but like you and Emmy, well, you and Emmy just do
Mm.
tell stories about how did you find OnlyFans girls? How did you end up dating? Because you went on like a stretch, didn't you, of like trying to specifically meet OnlyFans girls, which might be a more interesting, like a topic that a lot of guys, I guess, would be interested in hearing. But anyway, sorry.
There's the cosplay girl that we're seeing right now. She does OnlyFans. Like, we're helping her manage her OnlyFans. I've written about it on my. I can probably show this on the screen. I won't show any nude pictures, but like, y'all can go over to my blog if you care, and like this one here. Like, we talked about her, and there's some like pictures and stuff in there as well, which I'm obviously not gonna fucking click on. So yeah, like, we're seeing her. You're right that I don't always talk about her. I guess I just don't know how much is interesting. Do you get what I mean? Like, if
people
any
are
of you
definitely
ever
interested.
want,
people are definitely interested in that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well,
they're interested
people
in
can
the,
always like tell me that they're
guys always
interested.
ask like, how do I get OnlyFans girls? And it's like you have to be part of it, don't you? By the looks of it, like the way you were doing it was like, we are photographers, we are making content ourselves. So that's how you were like, you have to be part of the content creation process to really like
or
meet.
just match with OnlyFans girls on, because they're on Hinge and Tinder. They are just
Yeah.
people. Like,
But you have to find them. I've gone out with a few OnlyFans girls or cam girls,
Yeah.
and it's like but those are random. Like, it's not actually like meeting them within the industry or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like, we got a guy right now who's trying to become we got a guy right now in the coaching program who's trying to become like part of like content creation and like meet OnlyFans girls to create content. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, let's answer this Antonio question. So, I like the idea of taming brats. Hell yeah, brother, you're gonna have so much fun with it then. But I don't want to come across as a fake dom. Yeah, you're only fake if you're trying to fake it. So don't fake anything. What is my 3-step formula for success? Number 1, give yourself permission to suck. Embrace the fact that you suck. Embrace the fact that you're not a super confident dom right now, and be honest about that. Literally just tell the women, oh, you're being bratty. I don't have a ton of experience with being a brat tamer, but like, let's play around with this. Let's learn. Go read some shit. Go watch my YouTube videos. Like, on my YouTube channel, I literally have 2 videos called How to Tame Brats. Like, just search for the word brat on my YouTube channel and start learning and just be honest. Like, that's exactly what I did when I first started learning BDSM. I was unbelievably honest with all the women. I literally said, hey, I've just brought a rope and some handcuffs. I have no idea how to use these. Do you want to learn with me in practice? And they were like, wow, that sounds really fun. I have no idea how to use spanking shit like a paddle or a whip. Do you want to learn with me? And they were like, wow, that sounds really fun. So just be really honest, bro. Like, be ridiculously honest, and don't try and fake anything. You don't have to be an experienced dom. There's this funny thing with BDSM where everybody thinks you have to be like super fucking hardcore excellent at it from the get-go. And it's like, how could you possibly be good at something you haven't done? If you want a more hardcore intro to this, if you search on my channel for the word dom, I have lots of, let me show it on the screen. I have lots of like videos I've done on how to become a better dom. I've done some interviews with other doms. Probably the main one you want to read. So here, look here, How to Tame a Brat. There's that one there. But probably the big one that you want to read is this one here, Become a Male Dom and How to Train a Sub, the Ultimate Guide. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes long. It's really edited with chapters and timestamps and all of that. Like, it's literally a guide really, really, really in-depth guide of how to become a dom and how to get better at that. So go watch that, my man. But you don't have to be perfect with this shit. If you've been wanting an amazing, awesome, elite sex life, tons of threesomes, plenty of wild adventures, and great memories with awesome people, we would love to help you get there. Here's just a little bit of what our coaching clients have achieved in their time in the program. Renee had a threesome in just his second week of coaching, had a woman write him a love letter, and he went on to have sex with 12 women in just 12 weeks of coaching. Corky had his first threesome, slept with 7 amazing women, and made a ton of awesome memories with them. George and Power both had sex with 10 women each in their 12 weeks, had a bunch of wild adventures along the way. Join me and join them by clicking the coaching link in the description below.